Hey guys, so today we're going to be talking about knee pain, which is something that most of us deal with more often than not, unfortunately. And what I want to do is kind of go through some things that usually cause it or are behind it, and then walk you through how to deal with it. So, knee pain. There are usually two major causes. The first one is form. So when you're either squatting or lunging, there are some things that you could be doing that would put extra pressure on the knee joint. And then the second cause would be either your lifestyle and tightness, especially in your hip flexors. So the first thing we're going to talk about is form. When you're squatting or lunging, typically what happens is when you go down, your knees can actually be forward in front of your toes, and when that angle is like this, it puts a lot of pressure on that kneecap. If you look in the video below, you'll kind of see a better image of that. So what you want to do when you're squatting is actively think about leaning back and trusting your glutes and your hamstrings more so that you can take the pressure off of your knees and put it more on your muscles so that they can be engaged, as well as not strain your knees as much. And then for your lunges, what often happens again is your toes are behind your knee. So your knee is still in front of your toes, and that creates less than a 90-degree angle. Your goal for when you're lunging should be that both of your joints are in a 90-degree angle. So both knees bent at 90 degrees exactly. Something that's helpful is you can take a video of yourself, or if you're in front of a mirror, you can look and check and make sure so you know what it feels like when you're lunging to be in the correct position, so that you can also be utilizing your glutes and your hamstrings and your muscles more and not just putting strain and pressure on your knee joints. Next thing that is really common, especially in people who have desk jobs and sitting all day, is your hip flexors can get super tight. If you think about it, sitting in a bent position, they can even shorten and tighten, and if people aren't stretching them regularly, it can actually create a lot of stress on your knees and pull your kneecaps out a little bit, so that it will just create friction in your knees and pain and all that. The second thing, besides having a desk job or being sedentary, is actually the opposite, where if you're overtraining and just putting a lot of work in, especially you see this with runners, it's called runner's knee, your hip flexors can get really tight from overuse, and it'll do the same thing, tightening up through the legs and pulling on your kneecaps to shift out and not be in their correct alignment. So both of those things, whether you're on the spectrum of working a desk job or overtraining, or both, especially both, the best thing to do would be to stretch out your hip flexors. You can do that by foam rolling them, as well as your legs, or by stretching them. And you can look online or ask me personally if you need some help. I've had a lot of knee issues from running, as well as now I work partly at a desk, so I understand the pain. But the best thing you can do for yourself is always stretch those hip flexors. Thank you guys for watching. If this was helpful for you, be sure to share it with some friends who might benefit from it as well. And if you have any additional questions, be sure to visit us at our gym outfit.